this is the first show of my tour. Do I seem a little nervous?
No.
No? You know why? My leg's shaking, right? But this little thing is actually shaking more, so it doesn't look like I'm moving at all. So this is another song about death. But it's actually quite a happy song about death. Not like, oh, I'm happy to be dying and stuff like that. But this is a song about my mother. My mother passed away from cancer a few years ago, and the song's called Lost. And it's more of a celebration of her life as opposed to, oh, I'm so fucking sad, blah, 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 poor me, I'm alone in this world. Although we are all ultimately alone, thank you very much. So, oh yeah, and welcome to my At Home with Sophia tour. As you notice, there's not much of my home up here. There's two good reasons for that. The first reason is that I had to move out of my flat 2 days ago, so I have no home. Reason 1A, I realized when I left, I had fucking nothing, right? I had like a bunch of duvets. You guys know what duvets are? Blankets? What the fuck? How do we get so many fucking blankets, right? I have a storage space filled with fucking blankets. And secondly, Yan, my sound man, and I decided that we wanted to record all of the shows. So we bought a lot of equipment. We bought this microphone. We bought a mixing desk. We bought a lot of stuff. So every one of these shows is being recorded. So if you leave your email address when you leave, I'll email you a copy of the evening if you'd like. You don't have to. It's just something that if you'd like. So, be sure to see Tanya down here. Tanya is my lovely merch lady. She's going to be taking care of everything. Well, she's not really a merch lady. She's like a #1 fan of mine, but a fan with benefits, we shall call it. Yeah? with merch benefits, even nasty. Is there a dog? I mean, not that any of you girls look like dogs, but is there a dog up here? I keep hearing like a jingle, 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 like some dog. Who is that? Oh, it's she. Oh yeah, sure. That wasn't a very good pickup line, was it? Is there a dog down in the front of the audience there? Pointing down to a group of really pretty girls. When will I ever learn? Had to watch as your words filled my sons with fear and shame, chased by visions of Jesus and dreams consumed by flames. But I still believe in angels, even as they watch me wither away. But please just give me one last breath before I pass from this place. And one last breath for the wicked, and one last breath for the sin, and one last breath for the lost, the nameless, and those that I've forgotten. And one last breath to ease the darkness and those I love when I'm gone. And one last breath to say goodbye. Please don't mind me as I linger on. Don't mind me as I linger on. Believe in angels and footsteps in the snow, and I still believe in the goodness of man despite the evil in my war. And I still believe in love, though I'm happy to be free of this pain. But please just give me one last breath before I pass from this place. And one last breath for the wicked, and one last breath for the sin, and one last breath for the lost and nameless, and those that I've forgotten, and one last breath to ease the darkness in those I love when I'm gone, and one last breath to say goodbye. Please don't mind me as I linger on. Don't mind me as I linger on. And one last breath for the beauty, for the sunset and the sorrow. And one last breath for our children, we burdened with our tomorrow. And one last breath for the wicked, and one last breath for the sin, and one last breath for the lost and nameless, and those that I've forgotten, and one last breath to ease the darkness and those I love when I'm gone, and one last breath to ease the darkness. Oh, I just fucked up the last word. You know the worst thing about that, right, is for one, of course, it's dedicated to my mom, right? And she's looking down at me going, you just fucked up again. and the second worst thing is that every time I played this song, I played it right when I've been rehearsing it, right? I've rehearsed it probably 50 times, and I get all the way through the middle late, and I'm getting to the very end and going, you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it. You ever seen that Simpson episode where Homer's thinking, and then all of a sudden he goes, ooh, look at the pink poodle. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I started fucking thinking about something stupid. Anyway, sorry about that.